So welcome to Tech Dives. Today I have tested out PhysX. Now a lot of other channels use different video cards to show the different uses of PhysX scaling with the video cards. I have done a test where I've scaled the performance of the CPU instead of the video cards. And those benchmarks will be up in a minute on the screen, but really I just wanted to test. I have a 5820K, 6 cores, 12 threads at 4.4 gigahertz. I have a 1080 Ti and a GTX 970. The 970 is serving solely as a PhysX card, though I am using it in the different benchmarks. I have the 970 as a dedicated PhysX card. I have my CPU as the PhysX renderer, and then I have my 1080 Ti as the selected PhysX renderer, though it's not dedicated. You kind of see these on the screen. Okay, so the games I tested are Batman Arkham City and Metro Last Light. Both of these games are strong PhysX titles. They're probably about the strongest ones out there. I know The Witcher 3 and Fallout 4 use PhysX, but it's kind of under the hood. It's not as obvious as these games. I ran the benchmark of both of them to give a really static environment and to really show the very subtle differences between the GPU and all the different scenarios. Speaking of scenarios, I also tested 6 cores, 12 threads, 4 cores, 8 threads, and 2 cores, 4 threads. This will kind of give you the range of i3s all up to i7s in terms of CPU performance. I don't have any AMD CPUs on hand really to test this with. This is just kind of like a sample. I think the results really surprise you. Here they are. The first thing you'll notice about them is that the CPU is awful at PhysX rendering. Now, my 5820K is no slouch. I mean, at 4.4 gigahertz, that's pretty optimal. That's an enthusiast level. But there is just awful frame rates, like a third or a half of what you get with either of the GPUs rendering PhysX. So don't even try to use your CPU for it. I guess that would be different if you had a weaker graphics card and it's still such a strong CPU, but that's a really niche setup. Niche, is that the word? Niche? Anyways. The more subtle thing you'll notice is that the 970 and the 1080 Ti are rendering the same thing, rendering the PhysX on their own. Almost identical. It's within the margin of error really. The most difference we see is like 4 frames a second between the two, and that's less than like 5% on these benchmarks. So really, if you have such a powerful card like a 1080 Ti, there's no point in running a 970 for PhysX. Really, all you're going to do is just suck up more power, take up more space in your case, and generate more heat. It just is not worth it. The 1080 Ti is so powerful that it really just blows the 970 doing PhysX on its own out of the water. So, I hope you kind of enjoyed this video. It was a bit short, a bit different. The benchmarks didn't really pan out the way I wanted them to. I kind of thought the CPU would have more of an effect that's more noticeable on the frame rates, but it didn't really. So, I may make a few more future videos about this later on. I'm going to try and scale the GPU and the CPU at the same time. That'd be a lot of benchmarks, but we'll see how it pans out. PhysX is kind of maybe a dying breed. I mean, it's just a lot of games have their own custom physics engines in it, like all the Battlefield games have, you know, the Frostbite engine and stuff like that, and that doesn't require specific GPU enabled rendering of physics. So it's kind of I mean, you have like what, NVIDIA hair effects or something in The Witcher. it kind of looks bad anyways. I hate the hair physics stuff, like the tress effects in Tomb Raider. Pretty awful looking. I turn that off on purpose, even though I can handle it. I turn it off. It just looks ugly. The hair kind of moves for no reason, and it's like, well, why is there hair going up the side of your head like that? It doesn't make sense. But so, like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you really enjoyed it. This is kind of a one-off video for PhysX. Please tune in next time. We're going to have all kinds of cool stuff coming up. I'm going to start doing some case reviews. I got the old Corsair H540 Air over here. I think it's a 540. I'm going to review that. I got a Cooler Master N200 to review. I have an Antec P280 to review. My friend, or Adam, has a Cooler Master half 512 or something. I don't know. We'll review that. We'll review all the cases. We're trying to go for really short case reviews because we feel like a lot of times they're just spent on like building it, like showing building a build in there. Really, we'll just have a build in it, show how it works, show what fits, really talk about it, be done. And this outro is dragging on way too long, but whatever. Anyways, thank you for watching.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light